My prepper here, and I'm making pickled thistle. Now, you say pickled thistle. When I sit here and peel them, I like to break them by hand, and the reason for that is when I break them by hand, if they're tender, they'll break, and then you'll have a few extra threads you'll come across. You just simply peel them off. Once I get down on it, if it starts getting to the point like this here was almost didn't want to break, it was a struggle. That means that it's getting a little bit too tough, so I don't want to use that. What I do, I heat up some vinegar, and then I use whatever spice I decide to use. And what I want to use is a bread and butter pickle one. And I want to put my spice in there. Uh, it says 1 pouch for 6 3 cups, so we don't need that much in here because I've got a couple cups there. You can use any kind of spice you want. You can use dill pickle spice. If you want to use just some sugar in there, if you maybe want to do a little lemon in it, you can do that. So next step is just simple. I've got heated up vinegar. I'm pouring it into it. And the reason I heat my vinegar up is, for simple fact is, I want to let this kind of, you see how it's doing? What that is going to do is all those juices and everything's going to go in it. And what I'm going to, next step is this. I'm putting my lid on it. The reason I'm putting my lid on it is I'm letting it cook inside this here. So I will have pickled thistle. Once it cools down, I can put it in the refrigerator, and it's there for when I'm ready to make take with me for lunch or whatever I want to do. Thing is thistle, like I said, is good for your liver. If you got liver problems, you're having problems with toxins, this is good. If you have problems being a diabetic, this is good. If you got cholesterol problems, this is good for you. Point is, it flushes toxins out. So it's a real simple recipe. Just get you a jar, go out and harvest you some thistle, break it by hand, like I said. Once you kind of peel it off, and if you're out there, make sure you wear some gloves. I didn't, but the best thing to do is wear gloves and chop it down to the side, chop it off, and then set it to the side. And when you get home with it, you can peel it some more like I did. And then I started breaking them by hand and then peeling the extra threads off. Once it got to the point I couldn't break it by hand, it was too tough for me. So this here is like it won't totally cook them all the way, but it will partially cook them. So it'll soften them up some, and at the same time, you're getting this nice flavor in here. And then you've got it last 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. And don't throw the vinegar mix out. Once you're done with this here, you can go out and harvest you some more. Matter of fact, I might this year. I haven't decided, but I'm actually thinking about canning some and putting them up for the fall. If my son does show up, it just takes time. It just takes time. If you got someone that's willing to help you on putting these things up, it's worth it. It's free. It's Mother Nature's gift. It's not hard to do. Just like any canning technique, you just can them. You put them in there like you would for cucumbers that you're pickling cucumbers and turning them into pickles. You do the same principle here for the thistle. Real simple, real easy. Again, like I said, just go harvest them. Choose whatever spice you want. Ooh, I shook that up a little bit. Choose whatever spice that you want to use, whether sugar or dill or just plain old vinegar. Or maybe you want to put a little bit of lemon juice in it. Maybe you want to put some rosemary in it or some thyme in it. Whatever it is you decide you want to put into it. And pour hot vinegar in it. And then just put the lid on it and let it just kind of cook within its own self. It's kind of like a pressure cooking deal. Once it's totally cooled down and everything and ready to be put in the refrigerator or put somewhere where it'd be nice and cool, you've got some pickled thistle. How simple is that? Not really that much work to it. You just go out. If you're cleaning out the weeds, you're going out somewhere in the country, you see some thistle growing wild, chop you some down, bring you some home. If you got a lot of health issues, but like I said, check with the doctors always. I'm not a licensed doctor or anything. I do believe in herbs. I believe that they have many, many wonderful benefits. I have a great deal of faith in them. Like I said, I've got my staff here that I'm working on trying to get it made the way I want it made. It works, but I'm going to probably make it even a little stronger because I want it super, super strong for what I want it for, but it still works, and that's what counts. So I'm trying to get away from more of the meds, trying to get more towards natural stuff. This here, like I said, if you got families with liver problems, you got family with toxic problems, you got a family that's diabetic, you got a family that's got cholesterol problems, you got a family that's got blood pressure problems, think about this here as something to fix up and take to work with you. You can take it to work with you. You can have it as a snack at home. You can have it as to add with your meals. Whatever you want to do with it. It's Mother Nature's gift, and they grow everywhere. And you know what? By eating the thistles, you're actually slowing them down from spreading. Another thing you need to do, if you decide you have a place that you know where there's some thistles growing and you want to leave them to grow, go ahead and chop the flowers on off. So that way, if something happens and you don't get back in time and the flowers bloom and they seed, then that's going to discourage them from spreading. So, you know what? Some of y'all out there try some of this. Fix some of this up. Let me know down the road what you thought about pickle thistle. Real simple, real easy. This is Live Prepper here. Now you check out my Joan Seed series. You check out my Facebook, World of Joan. And of course, you check me out on all the different subjects I talk about, from preppers and what ifs, and just sharing my thoughts and knowledge and things other people does. What my motto is safe, be happy. Bless you all.